not so long ago I spoke about this in one of the church services, and I cannot not return to it here. Welcome this morning to this morning's Jolt, and it's from Ephesians 2, and I want to just say this very simply. Christianity is not a bunch of people trying to be better, but it is about something else. And when the outside onlooker thinks about Christianity, or even maybe a believer who doesn't fellowship with other Christians because of some disappointment or something, imagines that Christianity is all about us trying to be better ourselves. They don't realize the vast change that Christ had brought into our lives. Ephesians 2, the first 3 verses say that we used to be dead in our trespasses and sins, spiritually dead. In verse 2, we were actually following the pattern of Satan and demons, even though we were unaware of it, but still we were as much the enemies of God as they. And then verse 3, we were children of wrath. We were under God's wrath. There was no question. And then verse 3 tells us that even when we were dead in sins, God hath quickened us together with Christ. By grace are you saved. I'm meshing it with verse 5. But anyways, this is amazing. This is what God has done for us. The change is huge. It is huge, and that's so important because it means that it's not something that we can accomplish. It is not us trying to get better. Christianity is not a collection of people desperately trying to improve themselves. We speak about growth. We want to grow. We want to change. We want to become more like Christ. There's no question about that. That is absolutely true. But it is not our change. It is not our work. It is not. We make decisions, we exert ourselves, but we realize that only God can bring the change. And that is what changes Christianity. Christianity is not a bunch of people. It is not a collection of good people trying to get better or something of the sort, or a collection of bad people trying to get better. But it is something else. It is a revelation of God's work in people's lives. That's what Christianity is. It is God's glory that is revealed. It is not our glory that's revealed. Just a few verses later, in verse 7, it is clearly enunciated. It says that in the ages to come, He saved us so that in the ages to come He might show the exceeding riches of His grace in His kindness towards us through Jesus Christ. He chose us because we're perfect illustrations that He can take an enemy and He can pour out His grace, and He can change a life, and He can totally turn around a life, and it is all by His grace. It is not by our power. That is awesome, because that means that Christianity is something entirely different from what human minds can concoct up. It is not our work, it is not our effort, it is not our expression, it is not us trying to get better, but Christianity is a bunch of people who are revealing the nature of God because of God working in us. And that is really awesome. That's why church life fellowship among the brethren doesn't smell of sweat, okay? It doesn't smell of sweat. We don't sit together and we try to be good and we're sweating profusely and it stinks to high heaven. No, it doesn't, because we realize it is His work, and we relax in that knowledge, and we rest in that, we enjoy that. It is a different life, and we realize that as believers. God bless you with these thoughts. Hope to see you soon again.